fantastic win in the end. It was looking iffy at half-time, Jake, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it was. Like I said to the boys, that's the first 45 minutes really where we weren't quite at it. But obviously, I made quite a few changes today, which obviously can have a knock-on effect. That's no disrespect to the boys that started, but it's the way they played. It caused us a few problems. It took us to half-time to get that sorted. But once we got that sorted, we come out very strong.
Yeah, because we've got goals in us, haven't we? And Alfie, congratulations by the way, getting a first start for God knows how long.
Oh, yeah.
But we've got goals in us, and of course you got an assist today, so a couple of assists actually. So you must have been delighted with that.
No, of course, just nice to be back out on the pitch. But the main man got 3 goals today, and I'm glad. But at the same time, it's a team game. I don't care who scores or gets the assist. It's just as long as we can get them 3 points, it's the main thing.
Yeah, and then Ruben, of course, 3 goals today, a hat trick. It was almost like a competition between you and George at one point. Who's going to get the hat trick first? But you got across the line in the end. But you must be delighted with that today.
Yeah, I'm happy for the hat trick. Obviously, even more happy for the win because the main thing for me is winning. And obviously, our targets for the season. I like to say that me and the boys, everyone thinks that we can get promoted, so that's my main focus on that. Hat-tricks will come eventually, goals will come, but yeah, I'm definitely happy for the hat-trick today.
Yeah, and of course you committed to this season. What made you want to be here for this season?
I'm not gonna lie, the managers actually. I'm not even. This is not me trying to buy some playing time whatsoever, but now definitely the managers, Mike and Jake as well, because when I was at Tonbridge previously, Jay Saunders mentioned about them, told me about them, and then Parky as well told me about them, and then I thought like, you know what, let me actually go and see how it is. And from the moment I walked in, they kept it real with me. And obviously in football, it's very, very rare that you find people that actually genuinely tells you and tells you how we're gonna set up things and move forward. And obviously I appreciate that. And obviously anything that's so far that to let them know in terms of like how I feel we're playing or how I got things going on whatsoever, they always been open to help and assist in those situations. So that's really what a footballer wants, because most importantly, they see you as a human being first and a footballer. So honestly, credits to them too, because obviously that's what even got me over the line. And obviously some of the boys as well that I've seen over here.
That's brilliant. And Alfie, of course, you decided to come here as well. It took a while to get that across the line because of the international clearance, but just tell us what it's like to be here, why you wanted to come to Dover Athletic as well.
I think it's a massive club. You can see, like, with the 2,500 we had the other day, the stature of the club, the facilities, and 3 seasons ago there in the National League. We can't just come into step 3 just like that because of the club. So I think it was just an easy decision to come. And again, like what Ruben said, the gaffer is a big part why I've come. I'm quite an honest guy. And Mike's good as well. So, yeah, I just feel like with the players that we've got, including Ruben, I feel like we can get promoted.
Now, Jake, in the spirit of the lads here giving you the plaudits, just tell us a little bit about both these fellas.
Yeah, obviously, I played with Jay Saunders at Margate, and I went to his wedding. That's how well I know him. When he was at Maidstone, we had quite a few dealings with players, and he spoke really highly of Ruben and also Mike. I mean, I'll be honest, I watched a few clips. I don't know what position he was playing that game, but I was like, I'm not really sure. But to be fair, he come down and we had a good chance to sort of understand him, what he wants, and see his attributes in the flesh. And yeah, the boy's got everything, to be fair. When I have a little bit of a wind up with him about probably should score more, and to be honest, if he did score more, he probably wouldn't be here. But hopefully we can get him up and running, scoring lots of goals, and hopefully he can progress his career and get where his attributes. I believe his attributes. Where he should be playing.
Yeah, I mean, what are your expectations this season, Ruben, in terms of the amount of goals?
I'm trying to get double figures before December, really and truly. If it happens, only I can decide how much effort and work I put into it. But in terms of numbers, I don't have just double figures by December. Obviously, I do 6 months targets where I want to achieve certain things and be realistic with it, and then after that we'll see how things go.
Now, Alfie, you've had a frustrating time with injuries, haven't you? Just tell us about that. It must have been so difficult. And I know you went out to Australia as well.
Yeah, I mean, I've only had like one big injury, which was my thigh injury, which was recent. But I mean, I'm back and running. I mean, credit to the club. I hadn't signed yet, and they put the arm around me, especially Jake and the physio, and brought me in and helped me along the way. And now I'm back playing, and hopefully my numbers will get back up again. And yeah.
Do you feel it's just a question of getting some more games under your belt? I mean, obviously, the first goal in particular, I thought it was a great passing for the opener. You just want to get games under your belt and hopefully it'll all flow from there.
Yeah, no, of course. I feel like the way we're playing suits my style of football. More of like a free roam number 8, but at the same time quite disciplined. And I feel like Jake knows the ability that each player has. And yeah, he's giving me that freedom to play my game, but at the same time listen to what they say, and yeah, it'll get me to where I need to be.
And Ruben, what's it like having this guy playing behind you? It does help, don't you?
Yeah, it makes my life easier because obviously, whenever the ball goes, whenever I make the movement that I'm making, I already know the ball's going to get there because obviously Alfie is experienced enough as well to know like if I put a ball in that area, I play a winger or let's say forwards in this case because we don't have wingers, forwards or strikers. Should be making that sort of run. So for me, it makes my life so easier in terms of the pressing, in terms of the way when we got the ball, in terms of like awareness where I should be in the pitch as well, because I know there's someone behind me there. I know if I'm pressing, it will come on me or will fill up the gaps for me. So then I'll fill up for him. So it's like just like that football IQ and that knowledge. It helps so much with the team.
Now, Alfie, obviously you came through the Arsenal ranks, obviously a fantastic football club to come through. That must have given you such good grounding. You also got some unbelievable coaches there as well.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, 12 years of my life is a long time. But yeah, things obviously change, and yeah, I wish I come into the non-league sooner, if I'm being honest. Because I feel like as much as having like the Arsenal badge or a Man City badge on your shirt, it's a big thing, but at the same time I feel like this is proper football now. Like I'm just 22 and I'm playing against experienced 30, 35-year-olds. And yeah, I'm just enjoying it at the moment, and I just can't wait to carry on kicking on.
And Alfie, clearly your enthusiasm for the game is still huge, and you know some players can find it difficult. I've seen it a lot where players have been at clubs like Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United. They find it difficult. They drop into the league and actually lose their desire for football and end up retiring, which is such a shame because actually, you know, your career isn't over and there's still a chance to climb the ladder again, isn't there?
Yeah, and 100%. Like I know with my ability and the pedigree I've had, I know I can get back into the EFL 100%. It's just a matter of listening to the coaches and also listening to the boys around me. Yeah, because I can't do it on my own. If I do it on my own, then it's a 1 in a million. But yeah.
I've got to ask you, Jake, at the end, there was a little bit of a team meeting there at the end out on the pitch. There was some applause from the team. Just tell us a little bit about that, what you can, obviously, without giving any secrets.
No, I mean, you know, it's something that we look to do after every game. I was obviously very fortunate to work with John Steele and sort of learn that off him, really. You know, rather than bring it back in the dressing room, you don't need to say too much, just a few pointers to get across. And like I said, first half, you know, it was difficult for us, for all of us, and we went very quiet and in our shells, and you know, it could have gone horribly wrong. But fortunate, you know, Mike's a really, really good coach, unbelievable coach, and he said his few bits on where we want to go, and obviously, you know, said my bits about, you know, sticking at it, just concentrating on your individual jobs. Yeah, and we got through. I mean, you know, with all due respect, we should be beating teams like that. Frustrating to let in 2 goals, but it's a learning curve. And like I said, you know, I really honestly believe, like, who knows where it's going to go. I mean, these boys talking about promotion, but you know, they're a little bit overexcited today. They just won 5-2. Football can change so quickly, you know. But you know, we have got high hopes, but. Like I said, football changes so quickly. As long as we can sort of learn from our mistakes, understand what we're trying to do, because like the 2 boys said, it is all about the team and the individual roles within the team, and you know, they've got to understand, you know, that's the most important thing. So you know, there isn't any superstars. So if one comes out injured or suspended, the next one just goes in, and it just carries on. You know, obviously, as everyone knows, I'm massive on discipline. You know, hearing through the league, there's lots of red cards today. Our discipline was like really good today, so no one suspended for Monday. The boys, you know, are fresh. Lots of them didn't play the 90 minutes. You know, they're young boys who will recover well, and we'll look forward to going to Horsham Monday and just continue where we left off. And like you said about scoring goals, you know, like Ruben said as well, you know, I look to sign forwards. I mean, Ruben's all the forward boys are very versatile. They can play straight down the middle or they can play wide. You know, I think Ruben, to be honest, would probably prefer to play that wider berth because I think you get a few more opportunities scoring goals like he's done today. But he's been absolutely terrific from the minute he walked in the door, and has got such good attributes, and a really sort of big, important boy for the changing room. Level-headed, don't you teach Ruben, didn't you?
Yeah.
So he's a clever boy. We've got a lot of clever boys, but it makes a difference.
Yeah, and all of you must be excited with the amount of goals we're scoring. Obviously, we need to sort of tighten up at the back, but goal scoring wise, it's been unbelievable, and it's entertaining. It's entertaining to watch.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what I said. I mean, I knew very early on we're going to create a lot of chances, and I don't know how many chances we created today. But if you look where we've been here, we've scored 4s, 7s, 6s, another 5 today. So I think if we keep putting balls in the right areas, hopefully the linesman will be a little bit better than he was. A little bit better than he was today. I think these two boys were a little bit too bright and quick for him. To be fair, there was definitely 2 or 3 that didn't look offside to me, unless. Yeah. Ruben's talking a load of rubbish and doesn't know the offside.
Well, knowing the way referee,
We're definitely not offside, I know for sure.
Well, I have to say, I was shocked by some decisions, and no doubt they'll probably promote him into the EFL. But joking aside, I mean, seriously, it must be great to play in that sort of culture. There's a real positive mindset about this club at the moment, which is a long time coming, really.
Yeah, and 100%. I mean, you can see with the amount of fans we've had over the past few games, like even today on a rainy day, no one wants to come out of their house. We're still picking up numbers near 900. So that's a big credit to all the boys, but also the staff. And I just feel like if we can just carry on kicking on, the numbers go up, but also with the boys that we've got, like what Gaffer said, if one boy comes out for a suspension, like unfortunately for Ponty, but Jaden's come in and stepped up today, and I think it's big. Obviously, same as me, Wilco's been unbelievable the last 2 games. And again, I've come in and I've done my job, and we've picked up the 3 points.
Yeah, and obviously you're going to pick up, I think, the Man of the Match award in the bar shortly, is that right? So looking forward to that. How are you finding sort of the fans, and you enjoying being here?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I like interacting with the fans. I'm a bit of a joker.
Are you?
Sometimes, yeah. Trying to be serious majority of the time. I'd like to say so. But I enjoyed the atmosphere around the club, especially with the boys and the management team as well, because you can actually have a laugh about it. It's obviously we're serious about what we're doing here. We know the purpose why we're here, but you can also at the same time enjoy it. And I feel like I've been in change rooms and clubs that it didn't feel like that. It felt forced. It don't feel natural. Here it just feels natural. It feels like I'm home. And that's for me is the most important thing. The football will always click if things outside the pitch are going well. And for me that's one of the most important things. If they're not going well outside the pitch, then when it gets on the pitch it's not gonna go as smooth as everyone thinks it is. So right now, I'm just happy to be here, enjoying. I got my boy here, I got Gaffer, I got my other boys over there. So yeah, just celebrating with them every win. Do you know what I mean? Learn from every loss, and then just keep pushing every single day.
Alfie, you got to spill the beans on what sort of antics he gets up to in the dressing room with his joker tendencies.
I think we'll keep that for the changes.
No, we all want to know.
No, I think we've got a good group of lads.
Yeah.
Like no one wants to be left out of the squad 100%, but everyone gets around everyone. You can see the boys, they're sitting on the bench and they're still cheering and still putting on the performances in training, which is the biggest thing. There's no sulkers. And again, I think that's credit to the management team, how they're helping everyone, put an arm around everyone. So yeah, I just feel like we just need to now forget about today and we've got a quick recovery now, turn around on Monday.
And a couple of final bits. I mean, Mitch I thought was brilliant today. I mean, there's so many good saves. And of course George, as I say, he's scoring for fun as well, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean obviously, I've known Mitch and very important. You don't realise when you win 5-2, there's a few moments there, the one just before half time. I mean I knew what Mitch was when I brought him in, and that's the reason why I brought him in. Getting back to what Ruben said, obviously, I've been very fortunate to work with the guys that I've worked for with Chris, who was here previously, on the environment, which I think is massive. I think the environment's as big as the football.
Yeah.
But the other thing, obviously, is that what happens in lots of dressing rooms is, with all due respect, me and Mike, this doesn't feed our family. We've got jobs, so it's a lot less pressure off us, and I think that can, really, really help everyone, because it isn't, of course I want to do well for the club, but at the end of the day I can still feed my family whether we win, lose or draw, and I think that really helps, and I think that's going to benefit everyone. Like I say, I'm really excited, really excited where this can end up.
And just finally, all of you, if you can all wrap up, just a message to the fans.
keep coming, supporting. We promise to deliver. Stay behind us at all times, even when things are not going right. Stay behind us with us because things can turn up quickly. Just stay with us at all times. Believe me, we're here to stay. The players are here to try and give the maximum every single day. Don't think that no one here is ready to go to war for you lot. We're always here for you guys every single day. That's all I've got to say.
100%. I feel like the more and more fans we get, it's like today, like the ref wasn't possibly on our side for most of the game, but the fans, there was no screaming, there was no shouting. I think everyone's been behind it, all of us and the staff. So I just feel like the more and more people come in, it lifts us up a little bit as well. So yeah, just like what Ruben said, keep on coming in, and yeah.
And the last word for the boss.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the Folkestone crowd was absolutely amazing. You know, I was hoping, if I'm honest, to break the 1,000 figure today. So slightly disappointed.
Do you think the rain maybe?
Yeah, possibly. But, you know, this, like I said, you know, this has been a tough place for a number of years, and I totally understand why the fans, you know, didn't come to a certain degree, because, you know, you're almost turning up knowing you're going to lose, and that's hard. You know, it's a lot of money for local people to pay. But like I said, what I will say is that you've got a really good, honest group of boys who are athletic, strong, and we're going to create a lot of chances. Another 5 goals today. I think it's money worth spending to see the numbers that we're getting already. And like the boys say, the bigger crowds, the bigger atmosphere, the more it's going to spur us on, and hopefully they can be on this journey, and we can sort of, you know, really have a really good season.